There are disappearances that arrive with noise, sirens, urgency, moments where something clearly goes wrong. And then there are disappearances that unfold quietly, when a normal routine simply stops, and no one can identify the moment it changed. This is one of those cases. This is the disappearance of Cannon Sullenberger. Welcome to Where the Trail Ends, where we follow the story until it disappears. Cannon Sullenberger was 51 years old at the time he disappeared and lived in Camas, Washington. He was a local business owner who ran a gym and maintained a schedule built around routine, accountability, and consistency. People expected him to show up. His work required presence. His absence was noticed quickly. In mid-February of 2025, Cannon stopped showing up. He missed work. He missed appointments. Messages went unanswered. For someone whose life was structured around regular contact and responsibility, that silence was immediately out of character. Concern did not take weeks to build. It surfaced quickly. As concern grew, a welfare check was conducted at Cannon's residence. What was found inside only deepened the mystery. Cannon was not there. His belongings were still inside. And his dogs, animals he was known to care for, had been left behind. That detail matters, not because it proves intent, but because it contradicts expectation. People who knew Cannon did not recognize this behavior as normal for him. This was not someone known to leave suddenly or abandon responsibilities without explanation. From the beginning, this case has lacked a clear starting point. There have been no confirmed sightings placing Cannon elsewhere. There has been no public indication that he planned to travel. No message, note, or communication explaining where he was going or when he would return has been found. Instead, there was a sudden interruption, a life that appeared to pause without warning. Search efforts began in the area surrounding Camas and locations connected to Cannon's routine. Law enforcement and volunteers have canvassed areas connected to what is known. Drones have been used, tips have been evaluated, leads have been followed. But as time passes, the search has not yet produced clear answers. What makes cases like this especially unsettling is the absence of a defining moment. There is no confirmed emergency, no public conflict, no obvious crisis that explains why someone would vanish from an active, structured life. Without that anchor, every possibility remains open, and that openness can be deeply unsettling. Adult disappearances often come with assumptions that the person chose to leave, that there must have been warning signs, that answers will come quickly. But cases like this challenge those assumptions. Sometimes there are no visible red flags. Sometimes the people closest to someone are left with questions instead of clues. And sometimes the absence itself becomes the only evidence. As of the time this video is being made, Cannon Sullenberger is still missing and his case remains active. Information released publicly has been careful and limited, and authorities continue to seek answers. Because this is an ongoing investigation, speculation does not help. Clarity does. What we can say with certainty is this: a man with a routine stopped following it. A business owner failed to appear without explanation. A presence disappeared, leaving behind responsibilities that suggested a return was expected. That contradiction between expectation and reality remains at the center of this case. Disappearance does not always look dramatic. Sometimes it looks like an unanswered phone, a missed appointment, a door that does not open when it is supposed to. The people left behind begin counting time not from a single event, but from the moment they realized something was wrong. Cannon's disappearance is defined less by what can be pointed to and more by what is missing. A reason, a direction, a moment where everything clearly changed. And because this case is still unfolding, it remains suspended in uncertainty. The timeline is incomplete. The outcome is unknown. The story is unfinished. Cases like this are a reminder that disappearances are not relics of the past. They are not limited to distant decades or familiar headlines. They are current, they are ordinary, and they can happen without warning. As days turn into weeks and weeks stretch into longer periods of unanswered time, the questions remain. Where did Cannon go? What happened between the last ordinary moment and the silence that followed? For now, those answers remain out of reach. Until more is known, Cannon Sullenberger's story remains unresolved. A routine interrupted, a presence gone, and a trail that does not yet continue. Thank you for watching. This is Where the Trail Ends.